Okay, now we're going to go through how to send a monthly newsletter to all our members. So we start off in Infusionsoft, so just log in with your details and you will go to the section called Marketing and Email and Broadcasts. Okay, so select Getting Started or Get Started. Okay, so we can use a template from My Templates, or if you've previously sent it, you could also use the previous newsletter. So I'm just going to use the previous newsletter that I used for last month. So there it is, what's coming up. So I'll just select Users Draft. Okay, so this is the template that we do use. So it's got the header for our Business for Life program, and we've got all the details there. So basically what we have to do is change the top section and change all the details to fit for what is happening next month. So we've got here, have a great start to the month with a webinar. So we'll double check. If you go to our website, there should be a Business for Life dates section, which tells you what we've got every month. So we're looking into April, so we'll switch to April. So these are all the things we'll be having going on. So what's that? Wednesday, 4 p.m. Business for Life webinar. So that's all gone, that's passed. So our next webinar would be on the 12th of April from 4 p.m. to 4:50. So that's the next thing we include in there. So to find more details about webinars, we can go to our Google Drive, BX, Business for Life program, and then there should be a webinar sequence in here. Just going to search for it. So the Business for Life program workflow. So that's got all the details of what's going on in the Business for Life program. We'll just wait for that to load up. So that's a Google Sheets file. So that should show up in your browser as well. Here we go. Okay, so just scroll down, just waiting for it to load up. Okay, so down the bottom there should be a webinar section where you can check when all the latest webinars are. So for April 12, so we've got no one, well, we've got John McGuinness there, but it's not confirmed yet. So we might just leave that out and just generalize it. So that's the 12th. So that's the first thing we'll be making the change, which will be, so Wednesday the 12th. Of April. From 4 to 5 p.m, so that's fine. So the next thing, we'll just double check in our calendar what's going on. So we've got the 12th, which was the first thing. Then the next thing would be another webinar and your own Board of Directors meeting. So that's the default date, which we include because our members meet up once a month at a specific location and they go through their business and their strategies, and they're liable or not so liable, but for those meetings themselves. Okay, so we've also noticed that on the 30th of April we've got the Be Explosive event, so we might do a little blurb on that just to be more detailed because our members do get free tickets to the event. So if we go back, so the next is Board of Directors meeting, so we can delete that. And that is on, just double check again, Board of Directors is on the 26th of April. Okay, so Wednesday the 26th. Okay, and then we've got another webinar on that same day, so we will change the webinar to the 26th of April once again. From 4 to 5 o'clock, and then we've got Be Explosive, so we might just copy the formatting of this down here. Highlight that just to make it bold, and that is Sunday the 30th of April. And the time is from 10 a.m. in the morning to 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Also, I just like to give them a heads up of what's going on the next month. So if we do the first week or two of the following month, so because we've got a business boot camp, it would be good to include that, give them a bit of a heads up. So the boot camp's on the 12th and the 11th of May. Sorry, 11th and 12th of May. And we've also got another webinar on there, as you can see, so we might include that as well. So the first 2 weeks, yep, pretty much we can list out of the following month. So the next part would be the webinar, so we'll copy this little webinar section here. Include that. Once again, highlight that there. Double check the date, which is May 24th. Great. No, sorry, that's the wrong one. Not 24th, the 10th of May is the Business for Life webinar. Okay, and then we've got our business boot camp. So we do send more details on the business boot camps, but for this case, it's just a reminder that these are the dates to save in your calendar. Just making sure the times, the birthdays are 6. So day 1 and day 2, we list them as. So day 2. So just double check the days. So it's a Thursday and Friday, which usually our boot camps do run on Thursday and Fridays. Unless there are extreme circumstances where the days are changed, but those are the usual days. So Thursday. And they are 9 to 5 o'clock generally. Okay, just make sure that is not in bold. Then we can copy that and just change the details. That day will be a Friday. May from 9 to 5. Okay, so that is basically what we have for the month, and should be separately to this email. So basically all these events will be sent in more detail, but for now this is just, as I said, to put it in their calendar. And that is all done there. So now we'll just change the top blurb. So we have a great start to the month with a webinar, and since we don't have the fine details of who's presenting, we'll just leave it as with the webinar. Delete that. Okay. So then we've also got 2 more webinars following Okay, this program runs a bit slow when I do type, so I'm just going to copy and paste a paragraph from Word that I prepared earlier. Okay, just make sure that's formatted correctly. So basically I've said we've got a great start with the webinar and another 2 following this scheduled through the month. Also, we have to remind them to make sure to communicate with the board members and meet up at the appropriate location, as they sometimes do forget. So just a good little reminder, as we don't organise the board meetings, they organise the board meetings themselves. Also, since we do have an event, I made sure to mention the Be Explosive event. So all members get free tickets to our events. So just to find out more and book, click here, which we will grab the link from Instapage. So if you go to Instapage, we've got all the links for our different landing pages. So we need the landing page for our free tickets. So we'll just copy the URL and we will take it back to our email. Basically, to insert the URL, you will highlight the text, you will select the URL, little link, and then you will paste that in there and insert the link. Okay, The next part is all our members get complimentary BX networking meetings, so make sure you have the booking link for the BX meetings located in the email. So that's already provided in the template, but you can go to the website yourself and link it back there. Just a few more details. So these are what we just completed there. And we've got our calendar, which is here. So they can check out for themselves what's going on throughout the months in the Business for Life program. And then we've got a reminder to book in a monthly coaching and strategy session with Matt. So they will select the link here to book that in. Have a great month. Just sign off with something like that. And that is basically it. So the subject line can remain the same, what's coming up in the Business for Life program, and we can select who the recipients are. So they're our last 2 months worth of members. So it will be 2016 A member and the 2016 B members. So those are there. So they're the recipients, and make sure to change the from to our. So it probably won't be in here, so you select other. The name, here we usually have BX and Business for Life, and the email address is members b-x.com.au, and you save that there. So that will be coming from this specific email. Make sure to test and check if all the links are working correctly and all the formatting is as well. So you send that to yourself. That should arrive in the next few seconds, so just double check that. Okay, once you have checked that the email will be sent correctly and there are no issues with that, you can select the schedule or send button. So you can either choose to send now or schedule at a later date. I recommend the email is done halfway through the previous month, just to be a bit more prepared and schedule that. But since this one's running a bit late, we can send it now. So just select the send now button and off goes the email. Great, so that is how we send a monthly newsletter to our members of the Business for Life program. And this will show you the stats behind that and the total amount sent, with also the bounce rate, which is 0%, which is really good.